Okay, so I feel so sorry for this young kid. Watch this video and we'll talk about it. Okay, so there are three things to note from this video. The first is that mom does not understand boundaries, does not understand responsibilities. Um, she was very vulgar in her twerking, and she was twerking obviously with some unknown male because the kid, had to go push the guy away from his mom. And you can see he was really very angry. He was quite disappointed, from the way he looked at the mom, or he was looking at the mom. You'll see that he was quite disappointed with the mom's actions. Now, obviously, you can tell, the kind of person the mom is, or the quality of the mom's character. If you had a kid, you know, that is still that young, and you go to a party with this kid, and you go twerking the way you are with some stranger to your son, that's very disrespectful. It shows you don't have self-worth, and you're also disrespecting your child. In real life situation, the reverse should be the case. You, the parent, should be the one regulating the actions of your kid in a party. If you saw your daughter dancing the way you are, you should be the one telling her no. If your daughter dressed, shabbily, or dressed in skimpy clothes and all that, you should be the one to correct her. Now, the reverse is the case. A probably 11, 12-year-old kid is the one correcting the mom and stopping the mom from being vulgar, from being crude, in her dance, in her actions. That's so wrong. Then, secondly, it's obvious that this is not the first time that the mom does this kind of things. I can only imagine what happens in their home. Um, this kind of lady will be bringing in, male, or allowing male companions into her home, and not just allowing male companions. I'm talking about different men coming in at different times and sleeping over, and and so on and so forth. So it's obvious that when it comes to morals, this kid is the one raising himself. From the way he looked at the guy, from the way he shoved off that guy, I suspect that he's been doing that to many male companions of his mom. I suspect, because it's like, why do you guys keep doing this? If you looked at his face, which is also very sad. You have a young kid, male for that matter, raising himself in an immoral home, so to speak. And I said that home is immoral because the third point I wanted to raise was that the mom was unrepentant. You could see at the end of that video that she was still jiving. She was smiling. She was unrepentant. She didn't care. She just didn't care about her son's feelings. She was smiling, laughing, and still grooving. That's so sad. I always say that if you can't raise them, don't pop them out. Why do you keep popping out kids you can't raise? I don't get it.